Welcome back to the Savage Podcast, where average is the enemy and savage is the new standard. This is episode 18, and today, got this tiger right here. We're not talking about hacks or habits, we're talking about death. All right, guys, listen to this at 1.5 or 2x speed to condense your rate of learning and stick with me to the end, where we're going to drop the most valuable thing of this podcast. So, the death of the old you. That's what we're talking about. Your old identity, your old self. We're talking about leveling the fuck up, right? The weak version of you. Death to the weak you. Death to the average you. The soft, scared, lazy, addicted, people pleasing, beta bitch, underperforming, low standard version of yourself that needs to die. That's what we're talking about. And yes, I said death, because if you don't kill that version of yourself, it will kill your very purpose that God put you on this earth for. So, if you're ready for rebirth, if you felt like you've been having war with yourself, cognitive dissonance between your greater self and your lower self, this episode is the funeral of your resurrection. And let's get into it. All right. So, there's a version of you that you know that's meant for more. That's why you're part of this savage nation. That's why you're part of this savage tribe. That's why you and me are the same. That's why we are the same. Because we know that we are meant for more. Not to be average, but to be savage in every area of life. Mental, emotional, spiritual mastery. Okay? There's a version of you that you know that you're meant for more. Not the victim, the insecure kid that was bullied like I was. The fat, the fatherless, like I didn't have my father, like I was fat, like I'm sure you relate. Afraid of rejection. I'm sure you can relate to that. We've been there in business or with women. Always proving yourself to the world or to your father, to family or to clients or people. We've been there before. We need to kill that motherfucker. All right, kill that version of yourself, right? We don't do it with just positivity, right? We do it with war, right? Of building that self. I buried him through discipline, pain, and truth, right? If not, God, life, whatever you believe in is going to smack you in the face and build that out of you. And you will not learn your lesson until you learn your lesson. Because learning is a change in behavior. And until you change your behavior and who you are, you have not learned. This old version of yourself needs to die. It had to die within me so that the new one can be born. It's just like a monkey climbing a tree. As long as you're holding on to one branch, you can't get to the next one. So you need to let go of the old version of you to step into the new version of you. So I could become a man. So I could become a leader. So I could become a creator. So I could become a savage. I know you have a lot of versions of yourself right now. We all do. And a lot of those versions we have outgrown and we need to outgrow. Okay. This version of yourself that you need to outgrow that still scrolls instead of builds, still reacts instead of leads, avoids hard conversations. We've been there. Procrastinates on purpose, lives for validation instead of truth. This is the person that needs to die. You know that version of you that when you look in the mirror and you feel misaligned, you look in your eyes and you don't recognize who you see looking back. You feel it when exactly, but feel you feel it when you win, but inside you feel hollow. You're getting some external results with women or money or but it feels hollow. Because the truth is, you can't create a savage life with a soft ass identity. You need to change in here. You need to change your self-image and who you believe you are, that ego, that identity, that archetype. At some point, you have to sit down with your shadows, your skeletons in your closet, the trauma, the addiction, the false beliefs, the false identity. and you need to slay that motherfucker, slit his throat. Not to shame yourself, not but to liberate yourself, transcending the old self that's held you back so long financially in your fitness and health, your relationships, transcend to the best version of yourself, the savage person of yourself. You don't need more goals. You don't need more visions. You need a motherfucking identity death because you need, for you to step fully into your new identity, the old one needs to die. Okay? You need a moment where you say this to yourself. Listen to me. Close your eyes and listen to me. I'm done living like this. The version of me is not welcome here anymore. The version of me that scrolls, that sleeps in, that jacks off, that smokes weed, that overeats, that is lazy, that doesn't work, that has no financial discipline, that's afraid of rejection. The real rebirth, it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's violent in the best way. And when you do it, you'll stop feeling fake confidence, fake imposter syndrome, like you're trying to be somebody that you're truly not. You'll become somebody who moves and speaks with power because you burned the old script. You had death in the old identity and you outgrew the old you. So here's the question you've been avoiding. What version of you needs to die for you, the new you, to transcend? What old you? Is it the fat version, the passive version, the wounded little boy looking for approval, the social media addict, the version of you that says, I'll do it later, that procrastinates on everything? What would happen if you killed him today? What would happen if you let that old version burn and die and stood in the ashes as a new fucking standard? A new version of you that held yourself to a higher standard? Would you walk differently? Would you speak differently? Would you sell differently? Would you lead differently? You already know the answer. That's exactly what we're doing here inside Savage Nation within the Savage Tribe. That's exactly why you're listening to this right now. This isn't just about macros and muscles. It's about rebirth. It's about warrior transformation. So if you're ready for the next level of your power, this is your call to join the Savage Tribe. You're here with the Savage Podcast right now, and you're here for a reason. You've listened this far for a reason. If you're ready to reach your next level, to have birth, rebirth, and death to the old self, and rebirth to the new savage version of yourself in every area, the Savage Tribe is here to help you do that. You can DM me Rebirth on Facebook or Instagram. DM me Rebirth or click the links below to join the Savage Tribe. I'll send you exactly what you need to do to create this change. All right? So, honestly, guys, this is what it's about. In order for you to build a new identity, you need to transcend and kill the old one. And in order for you to have a new result in your life, you need to change. Nothing will change until you change. Again, nothing will change until you change. Human beings will do anything and everything to live in alignment with who they believe they are. Human beings will do anything and everything to live in alignment with who they believe they are. So, in order for you to get different results in any area of life, health, wealth, love, and happiness, dating, sex, relationships, fitness and health, business, finances, your lifestyle, the where you live, you need to change. That old self, that old identity needs to die so you can step into the new identity, the new version of yourself, the 2.0 most badass, confident, sexy, savage version of yourself because average is the enemy and savage is the new standard. So if you would like a brotherhood, a tribe that's here to help you do that exactly, then DM me Rebirth on Facebook or Instagram. DM me now. or click the link below to schedule a call with me or apply for one of my programs. The Savage Tribe is a weekly group call where we go over things like this to help you build that new identity and have death of the old identity and step into the savage version of yourself. Building healthy habits, breaking the bad habits, fitness and health, personal development, everything. But the thing is, nothing is going to change until you change. That identity, that self-image, those beliefs need to change to break the chains of your old self so you can step into the new self. So if you'd like to join a brotherhood, a tribe that helps you do that, DM me Rebirth now. I also have my Savage training and Savage mentorship where I work with you one on one to do exactly that. Because again, nothing will change in your personal brand, your online coaching, your real estate business, your finances, your relationships, your romance, your family, your social life, your fitness and health. Nothing will change until you change. The old self needs to die so you can step into that new self, that new identity, that new version of you. All right, guys, if you got value from this video, please like, and share this to your family and friends so they can get value as well. You are way more likely to follow through with things when you comment and make a public announcement. So drop your main action step, your main takeaway in the comments below. All right, guys, I love you. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Savage is the average is the enemy, and savage is the new standard. Savage Nation, we're out. God bless you. Much love.